Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So today is Tuesday. It is 2nd of April. It is Vishnu Masa or Chaitra Masa, Krishna Paksham and Ashtami Tithi. So today there is one event. So today is the auspicious and glorious appearance day of Srivasa Pandita or Srivasa Thakura. So there are few lines from the special Vaishnava days. I shall read it out. So Srivasa Thakura is the 5th member of the Panchtattva and the leader of the devotees. So Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So there are some helpful quotes about Srivasa Thakura from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. So there are innumerable devotees of the Lord, of whom Srivasa Thakura is that foremost. I offer my respectful obeisances thousands of times onto their lotus feet. Shri Nityananda Gosaini is directly Haladhara, Lord Balarama, and Advaita Acharya is the personality of God himself. These two captains with their soldiers such as Srivas Thakura travel everywhere chanting the holy name of the Lord. Advaita Acharya, Lord Nityananda, Srivasa Pandita, Gadadhara Pandita, Swarupa Damodara, Murari Gupta, Haridas Thakura, and all other devotees of Shri Krishna Chaitanya, bowing down with devotion, I hold their lotus feet on my head. So the author of Chaitanya Charitamrita teaches us that we must first offer our respectful obeisances to all such pure confidential devotees of Lord Chaitanya. If we indeed want to know him in truth. His elders such as Lord Nityananda, Advaita Acharya, and Srivas Thakura, as well as his other devotees, whether his juniors, equals, or superiors, or all his associates who help him in his pastimes. Lord Gauranga fulfills his aims with their help. So Srivasa, Haridasa, Ramadasa, Gadadhara, Murari, Mukunda, Chandrasekhara, and Vakreshwara are all glorious and are all learned scholars. But the sentiment of servitude to Lord Chaitanya makes them mad in ecstasy. The two brothers of Srivasa Pandita and Sri Rama Pandita started two branches that are well known in the world. In the Gaura Ganesh Deepika 90, Srivasa Pandita or Srivasa Thakura is described as an incarnation of Narada Muni, and Sri Rama Pandita, his younger brother, is said to be an incarnation of Parvata Muni, a great friend of Naradas. Srivasa Pandita's wife Malini is celebrated as an incarnation of Nurse Ambika, who fed Lord Krishna with her breast milk. And as already noted, his niece Narayani, the mother of Thakura Vrindavanadasa, the author of Sri Chaitanya Bhagavata, was the sister of Ambika in Krishna Leela. We also understand from the description of Sri Chaitanya Bhagavata that after Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's acceptance of the sannyas order, Srivasa Pandita left Navadvipa, possibly because of feelings of separation, and domiciled at Kumarhatta. So these are the pastimes about Srivasa Thakura. So that's all from the Vaishnav's perspective. So there are further, I will try to share in the group. That's all from the Vaishnavans perspective. We shall quickly move into Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, Sukadeva Goswami is saying how to lift the life air force from the Swadhisthana Chakra, from Muladhara Chakra to Swadhisthana, Manipuraka, Anahata, Vishuddha, and then Ajna Chakra. So it is Tasmat Bhru Antar Munnayet Nirdha Saptayata Niruddha Saptayatano Anapekshah Sthitva Muhurta Ardham Akunta Drushtihi Nirbijja Murdan Visujet Paramgataha. So, and then from the Ajna Chakra to the top of Sahasrara. So, Sahasrara is on top of the head, and then the yogi, he would Nirbijja Murdhan. He just puncture that head with a small hole, and he leaves from that part to the eternal abode of Vaikuntha. So likewise, Sukadeva Goswami is saying, and then further he is saying about why one has to reject all the material things, material world, and he has to leave. When he was leaving, if he still has got some smell of these material desires, thinking that I want to go to the Brahmaloka, or I wanted to be the lord of the Siddhis, Ashta Siddhis, and also I can travel anywhere in this universe. I can just go and enjoy in a so in that scenario, he would carry away his mind, his senses, his mind and senses, so that he will get the again another body and come back to material world again. Likewise, Sukadeva Goswami is saying. So we are in the second canto, second chapter, verse number 22. यदि प्रयास्यन् नृपपारमेष्ट्यं वैया वैहायसनायं वैया वैहायसानम् उत यद्विहारम् अष्टाधिपत्यं गुणसन्निवाये सहैव गच्छेन्मनसा इन्द्रियैषम् यदि प्रयास्यन् नृपपारमेष्ट्यं. So yadi prayasyan, so whatever the material desires, prayasyan, these are material desires. Nrupa, O king, O Parikshit, yadi prayasyan nrupa paramestyam. Paramestyam is the where Parameshti resides. Parameshti is Brahma, and the abode of Brahma is called Paramestyam. Like, and he's saying Vaihayasana, Vaihayasanam. So these are the different people who are like traveling anywhere. This is Vaihayasas. Yet Viharam. So it is said like along with such kind of people, if a person wanted to desire to travel any part of the world, such kind of desires, either he wanted to go to Brahmaloka or he wanted to travel across anywhere within the universe for enjoyment. That is Yad Viharam, as place of enjoyment. Astadipatyam Gunasannivaye. Astadipatyam. It is the lording it over the eight with eightfolded achievements, Astasiddhis. Astadipatyam Gunasannivaye, in the world of three modes of material nature. Three modes of nature. So likewise, if he has got any desires to go to the Brahmaloka or to travel or wanted to lord it over the eightfold Astasiddhis, and so he will come back to this material world with what? Sahasaiva Gachen Manasa Indriyaisha. So he will carry, the Atma will carry the mind and also Indriyas. Indriyas means so he also need to carry intelligence as well. Mind, intelligence, and ego, and all the Indriyas, all the subtle everything. So Indriyartha means Indriyesha, all the senses accompanied by the mind and the senses. So likewise Sukadeva Goswami is saying, यदि प्रयास्यन् नृपवारमेत्यं वय्यासानमुत यद्विहारम् अष्टाधिपत्यं गुणसन्निवाये सहैव गच्छेन् मनस इन्द्रियैषाम्. So translation for this verse. However, O king, if a yogi maintains a desire for improved material enjoyments like transference to the topmost planet, Brahmaloka, or the achievements of the Eightfold Perfections, travel in outer space with the uh, Vaya, Vaya Yasas, or a situation in one of the millions of planets, then he has to take away with him the materially molded mind and senses. And purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So can I request Jahnu Kanya Mataji? Tuesday it's yours to read purport. Hare Krishna. Okay, so if Jahnu Kanya Mataji, you are mute. If Mataji is not available, can I request Malti Mataji?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Sorry,
Okay.
I couldn't undo it. Is that all right? Continue?
Yes, Mataji, yeah, sure.
Hare
Is that,
Krishna.
sorry, yes, Karen Mataji, yeah.
In the upper status of the planetary systems, there are facilities thousands and thousands of times greater for material enjoyments than in the lower planetary systems. The topmost planetary systems consist of planets like Brahmaloka and Dhruvaloka, the pole star, and all of them are situated beyond Mahaloka. The inhabitants of those planets are empowered with eightfold achievements of mystic perfection. They do not have to learn and practice the mystic processes of yoga perfection and achieve the power of becoming small like particle anima siddhi, or higher than a soft feather, langhima siddhi. They do not have to get anything and everything from anywhere and everywhere. Prapti siddhi, to become heavier than the heaviest. Manimam siddhi, to act freely, even to create something wonderful or to annihilate anything at will. Asitva siddhi, to control and all material elements. Vasitva siddhi, to possess such a power as will never be as frustrated in any desire. Prakamyadi siddhi, or to assume any shape or form one may even whimsically desire. Kamavasaita siddhi. All these experiences are all common as natural gifts for the inhabitants of those higher planets. They do not require any mechanical help to travel in outer space, and they can move and travel at will from one planet to another planet within no time. The inhabitants of the Earth cannot move even to the nearest planet except by mechanical vehicles like spacecraft. But the highly talented inhabitants of such higher planets can do everything very easily. Hare Krishna. Oh, no. Since a materialist is generally inquisitive to experience what is actually in such planetary systems, he wants to see everything personally, as inquisitive persons tour all over the world to gain direct local experience. The less intelligent transcendentalist similarly desires to have some experience of those planets about which he has heard so many wonderful things. The yogi can, however, easily fulfill his desire by going there with a present materialist mind and senses. The prime inclination of the materialist mind is to lord it over the material world, and all the cities mentioned above are features of domination over the world. The devotees of the Lord are not ambitious to dominate a false and temporary phenomenon. On the contrary, a devotee may wants to be dominated by the supreme predominator, the Lord. A desire to serve the Lord, the supreme predominator, is spiritual or transcendental, and one has to attain this purification from of the mind and the senses to get admission into the spiritual kingdom. With the materialistic mind, one can reach the best planet in the universe, but no one can enter into the kingdom of God. Senses are called spiritualists, spiritually purified when they are not involved in sense gratification. Senses require engagements, and when the senses are engaged totally in the transcendental loving service of the Lord, they have no chance to become contaminated by the material infections. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you so much, Mataji. So here in this purport, Prabhupada has explained different different siddhis, and people can travel into different parts of the world with their astasiddhis, and they can bring. So one of the example is Lord Hanuman. He also exhibited this kind of powers. He can expand himself as much as, or he can just shrink himself very small. And Prapti Siddhi, we could see in the Mahabharata, Krishna just was trying to bring some the Bhima statue from different place, where from the Dhritarashtra, from Duryodhana palace in front of Dhritarashtra. At the time, he also showed one of these simple examples, and Kadam Prajapati, he created very big airplane. These are all coming from one of these siddhis. So these are astasiddhis. Anything is a little bit is having this one, it is lording it over the material nature. But a devotee doesn't expect so to lord it over nature, because he wanted to be always servant of the Lord. With the servant itself, that is the qualification to enter into the spiritual kingdom. That is the summary of it. There is much, but due to the time consciousness, so that is, if you get a chance, kindly go through the purport again. Likewise, Sukadeva Goswami is saying, if a yogi in such kind of desire for improved personal material enjoyment, then he'll come back to this material world. So yadi prayasin drupaparamestim vaihayasanam uta yadviharam astadipatyam gunasannyavaye sahasaiva gacched manasa indriyesha. So he will carry his mind and senses to along with him, so that he will enjoy further. That is Sukadeva Goswami saying this from Srimad Bhagavatam. And we shall quickly move into Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. So today is this letter to Kshetrodak Sai, January 29, 1970, Los Angeles. Can I request Malti Mataji to read this letter?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. My dear Chirak Daksais, please accept my blessing. I beg to acknowledge receipt of your letter dated 23rd January 1970, and I have noted the contents carefully. I am so glad to understand that you have decided to dedicate your life for a Krishna conscious movement. This is the right way of perfecting our mission of human life. Many men have dedicated their lives for many engagements in the name of philanthropy, altruism, nationalism, humanitarianism, and so on. But all of them will be finished along with the end of life of this body. Our dedication of life or a Krishnaism, on the other hand, will continue internally and give us internal life, bliss, and knowledge. Try to follow this principle and preach the message to the suffering humanity. This is my request. I'm so glad to learn that you are in charge of kitchens and food supply. We save 25 to 30% on food. That is a great service. To be extravagant is not recommended by Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita. He says, Yukta ahara vihara. We should indulgate in regulated habits. That is nice. I'm so glad that you are also looking after the accounts department. The 5 point plan, do it by consulting amongst yourself, and I am already written to Guru Dasha about this some way or other. If you can secure that building worth 80,000, that will be a crown success. In my text letter to Tamal, I will write to him about the building fund. Preaching in Hindi may be accepted by mutual consolation, but the point is that our Radha Krishna temple in London is specifically meant for an English knowing person, and I think the Indians know sufficient English. If you speak in Hindi and sing in Hindi, the English speaking European and American may not derive the benefit of it's because none of them understand Hindi. But if you speak in English, everyone will derive benefit from it. Therefore, I think English speaking should be encouraged. Everyone comes to the temple for some spiritual enlightenment. So why should a section of the audience be denied the benedictions? The same things applies for Hindi song also. Hare Krishna mantra is understood both by Hindi knowing and English knowing person. Other Hindi song may not be understood by the Europeans. I have no objection for the Miravi's song, but I think Hare Krishna is the greatest common factor understandable by all people all around the world. The chanting is transcendental and quickly effective. I'm so glad to learn that you are feeling in the temple that Radha Krishna is dancing and you are being inspired by his lordship to preach this Krishna consciousness movement to everyone. Now you have got a very good chance. Sri Radha Krishna is very pleased upon you. You have been for the last 15 years in London, and you were sincerely working for the advancement of your spiritual life. Now, Krishna has given you a good chance, a good opportunity for preaching Krishna consciousness to all classes of men without any discrimination. In our temple, all European, Indians, Mohammedans, Christians, everyone is welcome, and our presentation is so nice that everyone will be attracted to accept it because we are preaching love of God. Love of God is the prime function of all living entities without any secretion understanding. Regard the Hindi letter, I could not follow the Hindi script handwriting. If you send me either a typewriter copy or the English translation of it, that will be nice. As far as I could read the letter here and there, I understand that it is written by some Radhesham Banka. Sometime in the years 1961, I was guest in the Gita Bagacha, and that time one boy was taking care of me. I think he is Radhesham Banka. Anyway, my relation with the Gita Press and Hanuman Prasad Podar is very much friendly, so letter to them should not be written about myself, which may be influence our friendship. I could not gather why the letter was sent to me. Therefore, I request you to send me, if possible, a type of copy of English translation of it so that I can give you my proper reply to this: keep good relation with the Gita press, because they are a good friends of ours. The preaching method of ourself is little different only because we want to gather one attention only to Krishna. That is recommended in the Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is always stressed to Krishna by the word aham and mam. Similarly, in the Srimad Bhagavatam, the same stress is given from very beginning. Param Satyam, the supreme truth. If we divert our attention to worship other demigods, then our faith in Krishna will be flickering. We Gaudiya Vaishnavas, under the guidance of Lord Chaitanya, want to steady attention for Krishna, not the flickering. Therefore, in our line of thoughts and action, there is no scope for worshipping any other demigods. At last but not least, I will remind you as to how you are organizing the prospective tour in India with the 40 of our devotees next year in February 1971. Please organize this party from now so that it will be completed in due time by the end of this year. Thank you very much for your service. I am praying for your long life and prosperity in Krishna consciousness. Your ever well wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. Hare Krishna. Prabhupada ki jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you so much, Mataji. So I was speaking on the mute. Okay, so any takeaway points, Mataji, in the high level summarized way?
Prabhuji, from this letter, mainly I took main 2 points. First is that we people are just wasting time and their life in the name of the nationalism, humanitarianism, and but they are not dedicating their life to Krishna. So our life is to please the God. And another point is that Prabhupada told that in the ISKCON London, that Prabhuji should preach in an English rather than Hindi, because more people understand the English. That's why we should focus on the people, how they understood the Krishna conscious in their language, where the Krishna conscious will be known by every people, and then rather than focusing on our easy way. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Sorry if I did wrong.
Thank you so much, Mataji. You have summarized all these beautiful points. Any other takeaway points? Dear devotees, Jahanapanya Mataji, any other points?
It's saying that if you follow other gods or demigods, you are actually in a position where you're not steadily flowing in life. You're unsteady. You're not clear about where you're going. So it's saying here that you must follow Krishna, who is the Almighty. And Lord Chaitanya was there, appeared to give us that steadiness by and obviously it doesn't say Hare Krishna Mahamantra here, but that's one of the main things that show us the way how to connect with Krishna. And just as you do speaking English, you also would try and promote the singing of the bhajan, the Mahamantra, so people can connect in a nice, pleasant, happy way.
Thank you, Mataji. Any other takeaway points, dear devotees? Okay, so that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. So, and the common language English is the medium to relay the message of Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and about Krishna. Yes, these are very beautiful points. My takeaway points as well in a summarized way. And from the announcements point of view, so today evening we have got a preaching practice session with Debashish Prabhuji. That is our upcoming event, and tomorrow it is Kirtan evening at 8:30 p.m. That's all from the announcement side from me. And dear devotees, if you have got any other updates or you want to share anything on Krishna consciousness, kindly share. And also yesterday, one more thing. So as part of my visit to the Bhaktivedanta Manor, so when I got a chance to meet devotees at Hemlata Mataji's home, it was very wonderful and very blissful to see all these nice devotees of our Sangha. So just a glimpse of it, I'm saying. Dear devotees, if you have got any other updates, kindly share. Otherwise, we shall conclude and continue with further japa. Okay. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनन्तकोटि वैष्णव
Vaishnavinda ki jai.
Prabhupada
Baba ki jai.
Conscious day everyone. Jai Shri Krishna.